Alright, what is going on, my dudes? So today we're doing a very quick video here. This is one I talked about a while ago when I did my initial rank 3 King Groot video for you guys. And we're going to be going up against that Acid Wash Mysterio in Act 6.3.3 here. So, if you don't know about this Mysterio, well, you probably do by this point. You can only do damage on this guy pretty much if he has a poison here. So real quick, we're going to start off by tanking a heavy attack, and the reason why is because I just want to make sure I can get to my special one as soon as I possibly can so I can get that permanent armor break on him for the rest of the fight. Now, why do I want to do that? Well, the reason why I want that permanent armor break on him is because Mysterio can only be poisoned if he has an armor break debuff on him. Now, the only champions in the entire game who can place an armor break and a poison on the opponent are King Groot and Man-Thing. So that's why we're testing out this rank 3 King Groot against this Mysterio today. So when King Groot tosses off a special 1 when he has a Fury buff up, he is going to convert one of those Fury buffs into a permanent armor break for the rest of the fight. So from here on out, all I have to do is just cycle special 2s. And as you can see, the regeneration on King Groot is so incredibly potent that I'm already back to a full yellow bar of health, and that heavy attack at the initial point of the fight pretty much didn't even matter. Alright, so at this point I am going to have to bait out the special 2 here, and unfortunately I will have to build back up to another special 2 to get some damage in here, and that will take a second because I do have that power drain going on, and if he tosses off the special 1 Mysterio, that is, I'm going to have to wait out the damage reflection time. But even if we take a lot of damage reflection back, we're going to regenerate all of it back. So it's really not the biggest deal in the world, so I probably could hit him a little bit, but I don't believe I do. I recorded this a very long time ago at this point, about a month if not more, you know, in length of when I did this. But I've just been procrastinating making this video, and I feel like now is just a good time to get this up. I very recently soloed this fight with the new Magneto, but that was a very different sort of solo. That was just showing the full absolute potential of all of his prowess effects and that ridiculous bleed with 129 or 139 stack. It's a very, very unrealistic playstyle for most things, but this is pretty much the only fight we were going to be able to see Magneto's 100% potential. So that's why we did it, and we ended up soloing him with 1 special 3 after 100 and about 100 heavy attacks. So that was a really, really cool video. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. But here, as you can see, when we get that poison up, it's doing a decent amount of damage. As long as we do have a couple Fury buffs up, we'll convert one of them into a second stack of poison, and it'll do even more damage. So here we're just going to be tanking out these special 2s, and we can go ahead and just take the whole thing on the block like we did if we really, really want to. And the reason why is because, dude, that regeneration is just so incredibly potent, dude. Here's the thing with King Groot, man. He is not gonna hit too hard most of the time, but it's going to be very hard to die as long as you play semi-okay. Me and Brian Grant are in the same battle group, and I always check through the list of names for AQ, and his King Groot is pretty much always at 100% health at the end of AQ. It blows my mind, dude. It absolutely blows my mind. His isn't even Sig 200 or close to it. I believe he's like 660 or something like that. But as you can see, man, each time we toss off that special 2, that's pretty much when we're doing damage to this Mysterio, okay? As you can see right here, I opted to do a couple combos with the damage reflect because I'm not too concerned about the damage there, because as you can see, we're healing so much of it back with the regeneration. And the one thing that's really great about King Groot recently is that he just got like a mini sort of buff thing where he's going to be able to shrug off the poison from the suicides at the beginning of the fight from now on, and this happened about a month ago or 2 months ago. So his regeneration actually got a pretty big buff because he doesn't have that reduced 30% potency from the poison anymore. So King Groot is an incredibly suicide-friendly champion. Unfortunately, he just doesn't hit too hard, but that's why he's one of the best options for suicides, because the damage increase is just really, really nice for King Groot. So at this point in the fight, as you can see, I've decided that the regeneration is just so potent that like the 3 or 4% health I'm taking off of myself from the damage reflection is not worth not building up power to the special 2. So I'm just going to be tanking that damage reflection back now, building up to a special 2 and just regenerating all of it, because that's just the way to go. So I probably could have shaved like 60 or so seconds off of this total time here if I would have been doing that from the beginning. But it's not the biggest deal in the world. I'm not too concerned about it. I'm going to try and wait out this one because I want to make sure I toss off the big special 2 when there isn't the damage reflection, because I don't want to reflect that. I want to make sure that sticks, alright? So this was one of the first really good combos I got off after a special 2. I feel like I probably should have like baited out some more for specials in the past, but this was the first and only attempt I had against this guy. And as you can see, man, you know, it's been about 6 minutes or so far, but like it's really, really smooth and it's really, really simple. This is one of the more difficult fights in Act 6, and I just think it's so funny that King Groot is the clear best option for the fight. You know, I very often try to take like the less desired champions and show you the place where they would be the #1 option for certain fights, and this is King Groot's #1 place, man. And I really, you know, it makes me happy to see that, man. Like, it made me happy to find like that really awesome place for Electro. I did that video when I took him up against the Variant 1 boss. Here I ate a big ol' special 1, but it really doesn't matter, man. I'm even going to take some more back from the damage reflection, and we're down to 75% health. So let's see how much of that we regenerate back now, okay? We started at 75% health, and we're now crossing 85% health, okay? Let's see if we can make it back to 100% from this one regeneration buff. Alright, it looks like we got back to 95%. So basically, that got us up 20% health. That's not bad, dude. And now, we're also, look at that, man. I didn't even realize this before. If we have more than one Fury buff up, we're going to shrug off that power drain. That's awesome. That's really, really cool, man. Like, from top to bottom, King Groot is just clearly the best option for this fight. Much better than Magneto. He's actually getting it done a lot faster than Magneto. I haven't tried Man-Thing against this guy. I don't have a Man-Thing. And also another really great option is Nick Fury. If you have like a rank 3 or even rank 5 Nick Fury, he gets through this fight really, really well. Of course, a lot of people also use like Blade and Ghost Rider, or go with like Ghost. I personally use Corvus and Omega my first time. It was miserable. But yeah, dude, that was like 7.5 minutes and this King Groot just shredded this guy. Now look, I know that that's not like a super duper impressive, quick, speedy, instant kill, but you know, this is a fight that typically takes people around 25 to 30 minutes with most champions, and King Groot, man, look at that. That was a rank 3 6-star King Groot, and he got him down in 7 minutes and 30 seconds. So pretty cool, man. I've been curious to see like how a rank 3 or even like a maxed out rank 5 King Groot would do against this guy for a while, and I think that he does really, really well. I think he lives up to the expectation of, you know, King Groot is great for Wash Mysterio, and yeah, really, really cool, man. I'm really, really happy with this video. I think it's a really cool showcase of King Groot, of what he's really good for. But my dudes, that is going to be it for this video. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please drop a like, comment what you think about King Groot in the comment section below. And if you haven't seen the Magneto versus Wash Mysterio, it's going to be right here, so give it a click and give it a watch. And subscribe if you want to see some more content coming to you very, very soon. I'll be seeing you around.